we thought we would... Sorry.
Okay.
Allie's debut. Hey guys, so today I'm here with my friend Allie.
Hi.
And Allie is a cheerleader. And how long have you cheered for? 10 years?
I'm going on my 10th year, so
she's an
finished mine.
expert.
Yeah.
So we were talking the other day, and she was telling me about how it's like cheer tryout season for both college and high school cheer teams, and so we thought it'd be really fun today to do a little bit of a different video and bring Allie on here as my guest, and I'm gonna ask her some like commonly asked questions that she gets and that you might have if you're considering trying out for cheer, and we'll just kind of give you a little look into her life and some advice on how to do well in tryouts and just, I don't know, a little bit more about cheerleading.
Yeah.
So why don't you start by giving us a little bit of background?
It's an embarrassing story how I started to cheer, but I started cheering when I was in 7th grade for middle school, and then I cheered all through high school, and now I'm going to be a senior in college, which is crazy.
It's insane.
But I've cheered during my time here at Northwestern.
Yeah, you said Northwestern.
And I started cheering because we had to sign up for 7th grade cheerleading in 6th grade, and 6th grade I was painfully awkward, and all the girls in my class were like getting boyfriends, and like I was just, it wasn't happening for me. So, and my mom was a cheerleader in high school, and I knew she was like popular and like had a boyfriend, and so I was like, maybe if I tried out for cheerleading, like I'll get a boyfriend too. Well, long story, like it ended up all the girls in my grade did cheerleading, and I didn't stand out. And 10 years later, I still have not gotten a boyfriend out of it.
But you have continued to do cheerleading.
But we'll see. Yeah, I know. Here I am today. So still cheering.
Senior year. It's gonna happen.
Hopefully. We'll see. So, you know, that's whatever your reasons for trying out. Those are mine.
Alright, so first question, because this is a beauty and fashion channel, what do you wear to a tryout?
So it really depends on what you're trying out, like the program that you're trying out for. In college, it's a lot of, you know, basic black shorts and like a t-shirt for the university that you're attending. In high school, we had to wear black shorts, white shirts. So definitely check in, ask the coach what's an appropriate thing to wear. It's totally okay to email her ahead of time, you know, with any questions you might have. Another thing that's really important is your hair and makeup. So for high school, I know we weren't allowed to wear makeup, and our hair had to be slicked back in a really like ballerina, it was not cute, kind of bun. But then for college, the coach really wants to see like, how do you look? Can you do your hair? Can you do your makeup well? So it's really important to wear like game day makeup. So I have tryouts on Sunday for Northwestern again, and I am gonna curl my hair. I'm gonna put it half up, half down, wear my full game day makeup, fake eyelashes, lipstick, the whole thing. So really it's important to just figure out like what the coach wants and like what is good protocol for the program that you're trying out for.
And you can talk to people maybe who you know on the team and stuff like
that.
Yeah,
definitely reach out to older girls if you know someone else that's on the team, or you know like someone's friends on the team. Like reach out and ask. We're always happy to help because we want everyone to have a positive tryout experience.
Definitely. So. And maybe if you all are really nice to Allie, she'll come back and do a hair and makeup tutorial.
Oh yeah.
You know you
want to.
I
know. I really want to. That was the first video suggestion.
Yeah. We thought we'd do a little intro. You know, warm her up. Yeah. Introduce her to all of you. Also, we're living together next year.
Yeah, we are.
So get used to the space because like she'll be back.
I'll be around a lot.
Alright, so next question. What are tryouts like and what should you expect kind of going into it?
So usually the tryout process is you come in, you get a number, you learn material that's specific for the school. So maybe you'll learn like a school song, cheers. Sometimes you'll learn a dance. And then you go, and it's a couple days of workshops, and then it ends with a tryout, and you go in front of the coach and the judges, and it's just you, and it's kind of awkward, but it's okay. Don't freak out. And sometimes there will be multiple rounds of tryouts, and the coach will make cuts after each round. But something that's also like important to remember is they can be different across the board. I came into my college tryouts expecting what I just described because that's how my high school was. But in college, my coach prefers to do much more of like a workshop kind of like it's hard to describe, but we don't have like a go in front of her, it's just you doing the dance.
Oh,
she cares more about how quickly do you pick up the material, like are you a fast learner, do the girls get along with you, you know, kind of what's your attitude like. So really try and keep an open mind. I was really taken aback when I tried out for Northwestern because I was not expecting such a casual format, and it really threw me for a loop. So, yeah.
So expect the unexpected.
Right. That's really what's key here.
Have a good attitude.
Yeah.
So I guess along those same lines, then how should you prepare for a tryout if you don't know what to expect, or, you know, what would you do?
Yeah. So I think something that's really important is looking into what the level of the team is. I know when I was thinking about trying out for Northwestern, I stalked them on social media. I found the Facebook page, the Instagram, everything. I did that for Northwestern. I found the Facebook page, and and I looked at the pictures that the coach had posted of what stunts are they doing, what kind of tumbling skills do the girls have, and I saw that my skills really lined up and were appropriate. And it kind of gives you realistic expectations for if you're going to be, maybe not have the skills that this team is going to require. So that's really important, and goes along too with that is reaching out to older people, especially if it's like for your high school. Reach out to an older girl, say, I have, these tumbling passes, like, is that enough? What should I be working towards? Things like that. It's just important to have realistic expectations. Going along with that, it's also really important to be flexible. Some people come into tryouts and they're very dead set that they are a certain stunting position, or, it's mostly stunting positions, but like, whatever. That they're very dead set that they're going to be a flyer or they're a main base, and the coach will ask them, to mix it up. I know my coach, I'm a main base, and my coach asked me to second. I know in the back of my mind that I'm not a second base and it's not going to work. But you got to try anyway. It's so much better to just try and fail than to not try at all, especially when the coach has asked you specifically to try something new. That being said, it's also really important to show the coach what you know how to do and not what you don't know how to do. If you're not feeling confident about, your back tuck or your full, don't do it. Just please. It's so awkward for everyone that's there when a girl tries to do a really hard pass and she ends up not hitting it. It's so much better to just stick, kind of read the room, read the situation. And if you're gonna think, okay, I think I can do this and I think it would really help my chances of making the team, go for it. Have confidence in yourself. Do it. But if you're kind of iffy and you don't think it's like going to be necessary, just hold back, and if the coach asks, mention that you have it, but maybe you need a spot. Another thing that's really important is to take criticism well. Every program is different. Every coach has a different preference for how you do, how you pull your scorpion or how you pull your heel stretch. So just be flexible, go along with it.
So then I guess kind of one of our last questions that I was thinking of was, what's the difference between college and high school cheerleading? Because I feel like you get a lot of focus in like TV and movies on like high school cheerleaders, and then in college, like, that's a whole different ball game. So what did you notice, since you have cheered all through high school and college, what would you notice as like the big main differences that someone should be aware of?
Yeah, so definitely in high school, I'm from the state of Illinois, and high school cheer is extremely competitive. And so I was on a competition team all through high school. It was very much focused on, the routine and getting the routine done, and game kind of just fell to the side, game cheer. In college, Northwestern is not a competitive cheer team. Some colleges are competitive, and I can't really speak for that because I don't have that experience. But in college, it's so much more focused on game day and the game day experience. We don't have a routine that we do. It's a lot of cheers, dances, like, I'm trying to think there's like a specific, loyalties. Loyalties are like the thing, like the school song, and every college has like some songs that the band plays that all the fans know, and the cheerleaders have a specific dance for it. So it's a lot of that kind of stuff too, which is kind of different. And a lot of people think, oh, I love competitive cheer. I want to go to a college where it's competitive, and I don't want to do, game day cheer. That's boring. And I definitely was like kind of thinking that. I was like, oh, it's going to be hard to make the transition. It's really not. It's a lot of fun to do game day cheer, especially in college, because college game days are just so much more entertaining and so much more fun than high school. I had so much fun in high school. It's wonderful too, but it's very different. And so don't discredit it. Don't think, oh, like, it's not going to be as much fun, or it's not going to challenge me as much, because it definitely is. Something else that's fun about college too is you get to travel, that's very dependent on program. There are some college programs that don't travel cheerleaders. I've gotten to travel a lot, and I've traveled across the country and cheered in some of the most amazing college stadiums because I cheer here at Northwestern. So that's really exciting. Another thing with college cheer is it is game day focused, but you're also a very visible image of the university, and they will use you a lot. We have to go for Northwestern, we go to different things all throughout Evanston and Chicago because Northwestern is involved and wants people there. But then also kind of along with that, the commitment is different. It's in college, it's lasts so much. We have practice Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday, and all that stuff, and it's a lot more like I need 8 girls to be able to go, to this place for this event. And so you really have to be flexible, and you have to really work on time management and a balance. So
I know, you're like, she's constantly so busy, and she's like so dedicated to her schoolwork, and I'm like constantly impressed with how much you're doing on a daily basis. Like, it's insane. But I remember at the beginning of the year, I did gymnastics, you guys know that. I was talking with my friend Ari, you guys know Ari, she's also a cheerleader here, and I was talking with her about like, maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't, and then I looked at the time commitment and I was like, nope, not for me. And like, that's fine, you have to like make that decision, but I mean, I'm sure for you it helps to have like cheer to kind of like balance out everything going on with school and like help you plan your time.
Definitely. And it just gives you a group of people outside, because you come in, usually you'll start practices early. That's another thing I didn't mention. I come a month early to school. Northwestern starts really late, so it doesn't make that big of a difference, but I'm here on campus basically alone with my team for a month.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of bonding, and we're really super close, and it's really great because I came into college with a solid group of friends already.
Yeah, that's so nice. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I hope that this was kind of like a fun, different kind of video. We just thought like we'd bring in a different perspective. So if you have any other questions for Allie or for me, but like probably for Allie, go ahead and leave them in the comments below and I will consult her and she will get back to you. And other than that, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. You guys know the deal. All my social media is going to be linked in the bottom bar below, so if you want to check it out, I wouldn't be mad about it. And other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Bye.